Daily Buzz News. Suspended IDT CEO Tebogo Malaka is at the center of a jaw-dropping scandal. In a desperate bid to cover up a 60 million rand corruption investigation, Malaka allegedly offered a 60,000 rand bribe to a journalist to bury the story. This shocking twist reveals the extreme lengths taken to silence the truth.
60 million rand corruption scandal and 60,000 rand bribe offer. This is the full story that IDT CEO Tebogo Malaka didn't want you to know. Suspended CEO of the Independent Development Trust, Tebogo Malaka, now faces fresh claims of wrongdoing that tie her to questionable payments and a major contract. These claims center on her efforts to keep certain details out of the public eye, including an attempt to offer a large sum of money, a whopping 60,000 rand bribe, to a journalist to stop a report from coming out. Revealed through hidden camera footage and months of digging into financial records and personal connections. It all points to a web of favors, unfinished homes, and workers left without their pay, raising serious questions about how public funds meant for the needy ended up supporting private luxuries. A big special thank you to the Daily Maverick team and their award-winning investigative journalist, Peter Lewis Myberg, for exposing this corruption scandal. The story begins with a meeting that exposed Malaka's desperation to control the narrative. Just days after her suspension from the IDT, a state entity tasked with development projects, she met with a Daily Maverick journalist who had been investigating her dealings. During this encounter, captured on video, Malaka offered a stack of cash amounting to 60,000 rand to ensure the story stayed unpublished. She also mentioned the possibility of bringing in contractors for IDT tenders as another incentive. This bold move came right after reports surfaced about tender issues in an 800 million rand oxygen plant program for hospitals, which had already led to her suspension, highlighting how far she seemed willing to go to protect her image.
She clearly didn't want this story to ever see the light of day.
So I just want to close this chapter.
Yeah, no, sure.
I think I will need you to close this chapter.
Yeah, no, sure.
It's too much.
Yes, yeah, no, there's been a lot.
I have kids, I have parents. My parents are old. They couldn't sleep over the last weekend.
Yeah.
It's there.
Sure, no, absolutely, yeah, no. Yeah, so...
I just thought, because some of the things I can't speak in front of Passion. As much as I trust him, I'm his boss.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, let me...
I was wondering about that. Now, did you decide beforehand to break up and then just me and you talk, or, yeah?
No.
Okay, yeah. Okay, no, sure.
So you will advise me how we move forward.
Yes, so okay, well I think Pasha initiated the discussion with me, I think it was early June, and obviously at that point, I assume that's kind of the issue here is the waterfall house. I'm quite advanced with that, to be honest. I'll be frank with you.
I want it closed. I don't want you to be writing about it. I don't want anything coming out of
Yeah, no, sure. Let me give Pasha a call quickly. Hey, Pasha.
We are done.
Yeah, your boss says you must come back. The IDT spokesperson pulled out a white Dior shopping bag stuffed with 200 rand notes and placed it on the table. This while his suspended boss sat looking on. I asked them how much money they bought for me, and they said it was 60,000 rand. But they also intimated that there would be more money coming my way if I dropped my investigation into Malaka's house. After the cash had been placed on the table, I casually photographed it for our records. Next, I duly informed Malaka and Makhalane that I wouldn't be taking the alleged bribe after all. I told them that it had always been my intention to get them to present me with the cash, and that I had never intended to take it. And then just like that, our meeting was over. I promptly stood up and left. Makhalane and Malaka, meanwhile, were in a hurry to get out of there too. At roughly 2 p.m, they got up and left the restaurant area.
At the heart of these new allegations is Malaka's connection to Colin Mashawana, a well-known businessman from Gauteng who runs the Afrobees Group and the Colin Mashawana Foundation. This foundation, based in Johannesburg, focuses on helping the poor by building homes and providing food. Mashawana, often called a philanthropist and entrepreneur, shares updates about his charity work with over 1 million followers on social media. His brother, Austin Mashawana, helps manage the foundation. However, recent findings suggest their involvement with the IDT went beyond charity, linking directly to payments for Malaka's new luxury home while workers under their program suffered. The foundation had no prior experience handling such a large-scale effort, yet it received the biggest share of the funds, far more than other non-profits. Mashawana made his first payment toward Malaga's property. This happened days after documents for the foundation's bid passed through IDT committees, giving Mashawana's foundation the largest allocation, nearly 30 million rand for the first year alone. The foundation was set to employ almost 1,800 people across 5 provinces: Gauteng, Northwest, Limpopo, KwaZulu-Natal, and the Free State. These employment schemes aim to help unemployed South Africans by having them clean public spaces, maintain roads, or assist at schools and clinics. Workers in the Free State faced similar issues, with groups in Khotsong Township near Bothaville struggling the most. They began work in August 2024, picking up litter or helping at clinics, but payments were inconsistent from the start. For their first partial month, they expected about 1,300 rand, but many got far less or nothing. Financial records show the IDT transferred at least 23 million rand to the foundation, much of it earmarked for these workers' salaries. Yet, investigations revealed that hundreds of participants went unpaid, leading to hardships like not being able to buy food. While this unfolded, construction on Malaga's waterfall home progressed steadily. Satellite images from January 2025 show bricks delivered to the site, and by March, significant building was visible. A drone shot in late May 2025 captured even more advancement, with structures taking shape. Mashawana's role extended beyond just payments. He acted like a project manager for Malaga's house. Evidence from messages and records indicates he selected the main contractor, Tuputomeba Construction and Projects, and coordinated meetings with architects, engineers, and others. He even arranged deliveries, such as cement in late January 2025. All contractors signed agreements not to discuss the project, which added to the secrecy. One key figure, Hirusha Munzemi, linked to Mashawana's Afrobees Invest, was involved but cited privacy laws when asked for details. For example, in September 2024, the IDT sent 3.3 million rand to the foundation. Soon after, earthworks began at the waterfall plot, and some workers got partial payments, but many did not. Following weeks saw a site handover, plan approvals submitted to the estate, and a group chat set up for the project team. Meanwhile, workers were already questioning their shortchanged salaries. The contractor leased a storage container for tools, and payments for it often followed IDT transfers closely. On October 10, 2024, the IDT paid 856,000 rand to the foundation. By October 18, the contractor settled 3,450 rand for the container. The contractor bought 11,000 rand worth of drainage pipes and materials. Mashawana made a second payment to the engineer in early April 2025, again about 100,000 rand, through his company Arinia Trucking. In March 2025, Malaga and Austin Mashawana visited Bothaville to address complaints from 200 participants, but Malaga refused to meet them in the township, so no resolution happened. By then, the group had filed a case with the Commission for Conciliation, Mediation and Arbitration. In April, the Commission ruled in their favor, ordering the foundation to pay nearly 1.7 million rand in back salaries. Internal messages questioned why one inexperienced non-profit got so much, especially in Limpopo where it dwarfed others, 13 million rand versus 2.5 million for the next highest. In KwaZulu-Natal, it topped 128 others, in Northwest, 43. Only in Gauteng did it match averages. No other non-profit got funding across 5 provinces like this. This uneven setup left local groups in Limpopo puzzled, as past years spread funds more fairly. Sources from other NGOs noted this as a first, sparking doubts about the selection process. The foundation's lack of experience made its win even more surprising, benefiting around 44,000 people nationwide with 700 million rand in total EPWP spending for that year. Investigators gathered this through visits to workers in Gauteng, Limpopo, and the Free State, reviewing attendance sheets, payment records, and satellite timelines. As of the latest reports, those payments remain outstanding. The stand cleared in June 2024, writers' bids closed, but major work waited until after IDT funds hit the foundation's accounts. Malaga's suspension stemmed from earlier issues, like the oxygen plant tender where a questionable company won without proper checks. An independent review found she overlooked red flags, failed to verify documents, and ignored warnings from the Department of Health, while providing an update on the ongoing investigation into Malaga's 800 million rand oxygen plant tender scandal. While the Public Works and Infrastructure Minister, Dean McPherson, laid criminal charges on Thursday last week against suspended IDT CEO Tebogo Malaka and spokesperson Pasha Makolane at the Cape Town Central Police Station. The minister said that it is clear that the tactics used by Malaka and Makolane in attempting to bribe Myburgh were likely successfully employed elsewhere. He therefore called on the South African Police Service, SAPS, to urgently investigate not only attempted bribery of Myburgh, but also the possible bribery of other journalists and political parties, the use of social media bot accounts, and the role of public commentators.
Last night, I met with the board to discuss the events that unfolded in the media that morning. As I said on social media and to the board, watching the video of Ms. Malaka allegedly offering Mr. Myburgh a bribe of 60,000 rand made me sick to my stomach and left me in disbelief. It's one thing to hear about corruption, it's another thing to see it take place so blatantly and with a feeling of impunity. This stands in complete opposition to everything that I believe in and stand for as a minister. I briefed the board on my intended actions today and to understand what processes will unfold with regards to the disciplinary case against the suspended CEO. I can therefore confirm that earlier, a short while ago, I formally opened a criminal case against the suspended Chief Executive Officer of the Independent Development Trust, Mr. Tebogo Malaka, and the IDT spokesperson, Mr. Pasha Makala, at the Cape Town Central Police Station. These allegations remain deeply disturbing. They, in my view, are not just a criminal act, but an assault on the institutional framework of government to provide services to the people of South Africa, especially in the social infrastructure space that the IDT is responsible for. There were threats made against my life, and it all came back to this. And one has to ask, what is the interests of people in an entity that they've never met, of an individual that they have never met? Why would they be so invested? Why would political parties be so invested? Why would leaders of political parties be reposting fake WhatsApps to try and allege collusion between myself and journalists? And the only conclusion that I have is that they were most likely in on the act. I think that it's very reminiscent from what we saw under state capture. So it's concerning, and it's concerning that it's still happening right now. You go online right now, it's happening again. And that's why it was important, Lindsay, for me to come out here, to stand up to those bullies and say, you're not going to frighten me and you're not going to put me off. And I will come out here and I will face you and I will personally lay those charges. And you can say whatever you want, but we are committed to getting things right. And that's why the police have to get to the bottom of this. They have to see who else has got money, who else has been paid to be silent and to overlook things and not to ask questions. I think it's critical that they do that as well.
Mashawana denied any wrongdoing when approached, suggesting authorities handle any proof. He claimed no preferential treatment or unlawful acts, viewing questions as a formality. Malaka did not respond. During the secretly filmed talk, she hinted at facilitating meetings with the Mashawana brothers, suggesting a close, possibly improper link. This scandal raises deep concerns about public funds meant for job creation ending up elsewhere, while a luxury home rises. Workers' struggles contrast sharply with the steady progress at Waterfall, fueled by timely payments that mirror IDT transfers.
Thanks for watching.